night, but they're forgetting the 2 hours a day they spend collapsing. This guy, I don't know what he's, I mean, I assume he sells ice cream, but he's probably the best guy I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know if he's secretly selling drugs or even killing people, but I want to make it clear to the police, as a taxpayer, I don't want him to be thwarted in any way doing what he does. So I know I pay taxes because I don't want people murdered and I don't want kids to have drugs. That is generally true. But this is the one exception. Please don't bother him. I love this because he's got that attitude. He's wearing a piss-stained t-shirt as pants, and contrary to popular belief, if you're going to do that, you have to own it. So he's just standing at the train going, what? Wait, you don't wear a t-shirt as pants? You're a bitch. No, not next. Go back to the t-shirt, because that reminded me of something. When you get older, disgusting changes drastically. And, I'm 38 now, and I want to fuck 38-year-old. I don't like fucking young girls, or I don't fuck them, but I don't want to fuck them, because I remember fucking them when I was a young boy, and it was hell. They don't, it's like playing tennis with a retard, you know, you serve a nice one and they're like, ooh. And remember you would try to get down their pants and they wouldn't even undo their little pink belt, so you'd just be clawing down and you'd get like tendinitis, you'd eventually get down there and then you'd just be feeling pubes. And this was problematic as a young 14-year-old man, because we grew up with Hustler, where they would have their legs up, so most young men, especially in Canada, think that the vagina is right here. So when we would get down, we'd be raking through the pubes, and my friend James goes, I gotta tell you something about Jen. She doesn't have a cunt. But it's way down. It's like, you know when someone gives you directions and like, keep driving, keep driving. When you think that you missed it, go for it. That's where it is. It's basically in the anus. And that's why you can fuck doggy style, because it's accessible from the back. It's just a very, 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 very bottom. I don't want to do that anymore. I want 38-year-olds with their fucking droopy tits. I had a girlfriend with droopy tits when I was 18, and I didn't like it then, but I sure wouldn't mind fucking with them right now. I remember as a young man, my friend's big brother goes, blah, blah, blah. He was telling some story. He goes, then I put my finger in her ass, and I went, wait, oh. You what? Put my finger in her ass. I'll get there. And that was the most disgusting thing I could conceive of. And now I'm just like I forget she has a vagina. I will eat an ass until my tongue has muscles. Because it's the poor man's Viagra. You can't not get a boner if you sniff a girl's ass, because it's not shitty. Like my ass, if you just even talk about my lower back, you would have so much shit on your hands it would look like you're wearing mud mittens. But a woman's ass, you can get in there, scoop around, even, there's times when you feel that little E.T. finger point back at you, like, hi, I'm Elliot. Go ahead and touch that. Hi, Elliot, how are you? Wait, I'm Elliot. Hi, E.T. Pull it out. Roses. I don't know what they do. I can have underwear back from the laundromat, and I go near it and it smells like shit. They can't make anything smell like shit. Anyway, I like droopers. Let's do the next slide. I like crazy people, and I think they give you a lot of good fashion ideas, but it's so much work what they do, because they have a lot of time. It's like recipes in the New York Times magazine. I don't have 4 hours to put that together, but maybe a doll. So I think they're good for, like, Inspirado. I stole that from that fat guy.
True story.
Thanks. By the way, I do a new kind of comedy called True Stories. There's no jokes here, like, I woke up this morning and I had like a fucking fart as a best friend. I don't do that. Everything I tell you is Swear to God, true. Well, I mean, this is not okay. Well, we'll see after this. I think it's tragic to lose a son, especially a baby. But there's a point where you gotta get on with your life. You know? It happens. New chapter. This is an interesting photograph. It takes a bit of looking at. You see that guy? He's having a conversation with his beer goggles right now that could be on Charlie Rose. Like his beer goggles are going, why the fuck not? Who's gonna know? I can do it. It reminds me of strip clubs, which I do not like, because I get jealous at strip clubs. Can you imagine a fucking job where you come out and there's like 100 women there, just bored and kind of drunk. You're wearing uncomfortable shoes, big deal, and you're like, get high like paper, get high like beans. Everyone's a winner, fucking mad games. And they're just looking at my cock like, oh my God, what a cock. What balls? And I don't even care that they're looking at my cock and balls. I'm like, small town hustler, these are the money. You know, on my own little trip, you know, I've done this a million times. Meanwhile, I'm making $500 for women to glare at my genitalia in awe at how gorgeous it is. Then, my pièce de résistance is to bend over like that, bonafide hustler, all I want to do, take your money. And they're looking at my asshole and my sagging bag with all my wrinkly lines and all my hairs on it. And they're just using 1,000% of their willpower not to lick it. Oh, God. Come on, Janet, you can do this. Don't put your tongue on it. Maybe if I put my dollar bill near it, I could touch part of his bag. And I'm like, I know you did that, Janet. I ain't, man. Then I'll walk off and go back and talk to my friends, smoke cigarettes, do coke, blah, blah, blah. Fucking this GM bailout? How much bullshit is that? Oh, GM needs help. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta go on. Look at my cock, rule your face off. So I get pissed. Not drunk, mad. Let's see what the next one is. Canada, that's considered perfectly normal. Because you always have a cold, because it's freezing there. I love when a beautiful woman dressed badly, because I don't have to pretend they have shitty tits. I'll also pretend they're incredibly racist, or they have herpes. And it just helps your game. Guys, I'm not single anymore, I'm married, but if you are single, pretend she has ferret heads hanging down with huge coarse hairs like raccoon whiskers hanging out of them. And you'll just notice your game improves. Like, I don't need you.